Hey everyone. So, I'm a comic and a food critic down here in Nashville. I've reviewed everything from hot chicken that could probably stop your heart to barbecue that'll make you speak in tongues. But today's menu is something else. It's quite literally to die for.
So let me ask you something kind of weird. You ever just, I don't know, lie awake at night and think, what would a serial killer order for their absolute final meal? It's a morbid thought, I know, but you can't say you're not a little curious.
Well, here's the kicker. That's not just some strange hypothetical question. There's an actual place, a restaurant, where you can go and find out for yourself.
So yeah, let's dive into this concept. We're about to do a full review of a restaurant that has, well, let's just call it a very, very specific theme.
Okay, so the restaurant is called The Last Meal, and you'll find it inside the Ohio Museum of Horror. Their whole deal is recreating the last meals requested by some of history's most notorious criminals. And get this, they're all in on the theme. The food is served on actual prison trays. Forget farm to table, this is more like death row to diner. So let's grab a menu and take a little tour of what I'm calling the all-you-can-eat condemned. Let's see what these killers were craving.
First up, we've got an order that can only be described as a lot. This one's from John Wayne Gacy, and we're calling it the Glutton. The man clearly decided to go big or go home.
So he asked for a bucket of fried chicken, a side of fried shrimp, an order of French fries, and a side of fresh strawberries. From a foods critic's perspective, this pairing makes absolutely no sense. It's like he just panicked and yelled out the first 4 things he saw on a menu. All right, next on the tasting menu, we go from that chaotic spread to something almost unnervingly normal. This is the classic diner, as requested by Ted Bundy. You've got your standard steak and eggs, hash browns, toast. But here's the weird part. He ordered milk, coffee, and juice. Who needs 3 different beverages with breakfast? It's just the most bizarrely mundane final meal you could possibly imagine. Okay, so from a full-on breakfast platter, our next course is from a guy who just decided to skip the main and go straight for dessert. This is the Sweet Tooth, courtesy of Timothy McVeigh. That's it. That was his order. 2 full pints of mint chocolate chip ice cream. Not vanilla, not something simple. No, he was very specific. Mint chocolate chip. I mean, 1 pint is a cry for help. 2 pints? That's a final statement.
Now, after that ice cream binge, we're shifting gears to something incredibly simple. Let's call this the no-fuss order, requested by Aileen Warnos.
Her request? A cheese and onion smash burger and a cup of coffee. That's it. Super straightforward, no fries, no soda, just a burger and a black coffee. It's the kind of meal you order when you're in a hurry to get somewhere, which is pretty dark when you think about it.
So we've seen the big feasts and the simple stuff, but now we're getting to the order that's just truly bizarre, the one that really makes you scratch your head. This one is definitely the most eccentric choice of the bunch.
You know, a burger, fried chicken, ice cream, that all kind of makes sense. It's comfort food, right? But then there's this order, the one that just stands out as being on another level of weird. The request comes from a man named Victor Fager, and believe me, you are not going to guess what he asked for. 1 single olive, with the pit still inside. Apparently, he told the guards he was hoping an olive tree, which is a symbol of peace, would grow from his grave. I mean, as a food review, the presentation is minimalist, but you gotta admit, the story has a ton of flavor. Of course, you can't have a meal without something to drink, right? And this is where the restaurant gets really interesting, because they offer the one thing these inmates were absolutely forbidden to have. Say, on death row, alcohol is completely off limits, but at the Last Meal restaurant, oh, you can bet they have a full bar serving killer-themed cocktails. I guess it provides a little bit of liquid courage for the people eating there since the people who inspired the meals couldn't have any. For example, you can get something like the Black Dahlia. It's a mocktail, but it's this mix of pomegranate and citrus juices, tonic water, and muddled blackberries. It's dark, it's moody, and honestly, it's perfectly on theme. So, as we wrap up this very strange dining experience, it gets you thinking. It's about a lot more than just what was on the plate, right? I mean, what does a person's final meal really say about their last moments on Earth? Is it one last grasp for comfort? Is it some kind of weird final statement? Or maybe, is it just food? It's definitely something to chew on.